Alright guys, it's Monday morning. We're headed to drop Goblin off at the exhaust shop. We'll let you know how that turns out. Hopefully they get the exhaust done and the alignment done today. So we're going to drop it off, then we're coming home to get the Suburban, put it on the trailer and take it and drop it off at the training shop in Maynard. Alright, we're here at the exhaust shop. We're going to get it unloaded and get it in there and let them get to work on it.
I am in the process of putting a research together. We didn't have one for the 96 Dodge frame. I have a bunch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut and extend one, and then I'll have one. So that's what I'm doing. Trying to find bolts so I can hold it up there and get it all lined up and welded up. But this one's smaller than that one, so I'm going to take pieces off of that one and slide this one inside of it, so I've got extra support. Anyways, that's where I'm at right now.
Farmhand needed a research, so that's what he's doing, so we can pull Street Freak to the burnout competition.
Yeah, son. Okay, finished product. Got it. I just used the bigger tubing, slid it over smaller tubing, and braced it up really good. So it's extended. I got a reset finally, so I can pull.
So Davey got the reset put over on Farmhand. So we are going to hook Farmhand up to the trailer to go get Goblin when it's done at the exhaust shop and alignment shop today. That's massive. Oh, so you can go down?
Socket that fits that.
Kind of like phone.
Handing me your phone.
Putting the Farmhand to work. Down the road with Farmhand. We need to address the brakes on it. They're a little squishy. We didn't like that. Just in case someone was to slam on their brakes in front of us. Davey don't think with Goblin on the trailer he could get it stopped completely. So we're not even going to chance it, and we're going to hook Green Mile up to the trailer and pull Goblin home on Green Mile instead of the Farmhand. We're probably going to address the brakes tomorrow on it, maybe, because we do have a burnout competition we have coming up, and we would like to haul Street Freak on Farmhand over to that, which is only 45 minutes away, so that's not bad. But hopefully we can get the brakes fixed on Farmhand. But in the meantime, Davey's going to hook Green Mile up to the trailer so we can go get Goblin here shortly. Old Faithful. Picking her up from the exhaust shop. Definitely quiet. All right, guys, we're picking Goblin up from the exhaust shop in alignment. We're hauling it on Green Mile. Farmhand's brakes need some work, so Davey decided that we didn't need to haul with Farmhand today. So we're gonna address the brakes on Farmhand probably this week, but putting Green Mile to work, pulling Goblin home. The Goblin still needs tune adjusted.
Well, that pipe don't work. My machine, it's not quite a 490. It's about 85.
On our way home from the exhaust shop, Goblin's on the trailer. Green Mile's doing really good. Alright, we just got home. We're gonna get Goblin unloaded and get put back in the shop. Farmhand. Green Mile did really good, actually. She impressed me.
So we got her back. Brakes were locked up when I got there. Truck still isn't tuned right, so what happened was when it idled up really high on its own, had to slam on the brake to keep it from going off the back of the rack. I did that. When I got it on the exhaust rack, I left. They had to move it around. They had a hard time. Then I ended up having to winch it onto the trailer because it wouldn't pull itself up. Well, come to find out, the brake booster the way I built it in the factory hole, let me see if I can get up in there and see it. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, right there. So it's extremely, it won't focus. There it is. It's extremely tight, and that piece also moves. That piece you see sticking inside the cab, the black piece, it also moves with the brake booster, and I didn't realize that. I thought just the rod. Well, I was wrong. And now that black piece has cut in, or the metal has cut into it. They're both metal, but anyways, now it's stuck. It's stuck down. The brakes won't come up. So anyways, now we got to take the brake booster back off, waller that hole out, cut it out, something. Anyways, we got to fix that. But anywho.
Yep, so we're gonna get to doing that, and probably all will get done tonight because it's already 4 o'clock.
Even if that. But yeah, I'm definitely ready to get this thing tuned, get the windshield back glass in it. We're looking at probably next week before we get all that stuff in and an appointment to get it put in. I don't put the windshields in. Don't like it, won't do it. Rather pay for it.
Yeah, but we're gonna get to doing that and see where it goes.
All right, it's the end of the day, Monday. We took the brake booster off, dremeled the hole out for it, thinking that's what was holding it up. Made it a little bigger, still sticking. When you hit the brakes, if you don't pick up on the bottom of the pedal, the brakes will stay locked up. So I'm assuming the booster's bad. That's probably what we're gonna change tomorrow. Get a booster off our parts truck. Try it, because it ain't sticking anymore, so it's not that. I'm assuming the booster has just went bad on us. Not sure. I don't know why I can put my foot under it, pick the pedal up, and the brakes ain't sticky, but it won't come back up by itself. So anyways,
Tuesday morning, we are going to go take the brake booster off of our parts truck, because we're pretty sure that's what happened to Goblin. Is the brake booster, that's hard for me to say, brake booster went bad on it, so all the brakes are locking up on it. When we took the lines and stuff off the booster, you could turn them, put it back on, push the brake pedal down, it kind of gets stuck. You gotta pull it back up with your foot. So that's what we're gonna do this morning, and may get a few other things done. All right, we got the other brake booster off the parts truck. We're gonna go in and take the one off Goblin and put this one on it. And hopefully this is a good one.
Megan's doing a little touch up where we oversprayed the primer. Not the proper way to do it, but it's the way we're doing it. We don't feel like...
We tried wet sanding this door and it didn't get all of it, so I'm just doing what...
It's actually turning out decent. This ain't a $100,000 truck or anything, so... But she redid all of that. Got her a little run there, but she ain't done either. So she's gonna go down. All this primer overspray, she's covering it up. But I am going to mount the rims and tires that I bought for the Ford. I'm gonna mount them. I still don't have the adapters because I had, these are 5 on 5.5. The only rims I could find that I liked were 5 on 4.5, so I bought adapters. They are stuck in St. Louis at the Postal Service. Like, all our stuff gets stuck for weeks on end. But they was supposed to be here over a week ago. So, good old St. Louis Postal Service. But anyways, we'll eventually get them in a week or two, I'm sure. But as soon as I get them in and I get the headers in, I'll be doing exhaust on this and putting the rims on it. So anyways, that's where we're at the moment. We ended up a while ago I'm just being annoying. We ended up raising the back of the bed up an inch because according to the level, it was saying it was level, but when it was on the trailer, man, did it look like it was sagging down bad. We raised it up an inch. Looks way better. Still says it's level, so I might want to look into getting a new level.
We did drop it a bunch at one point.
But anyways, yep. Gotta go to town and get some stuff in a little bit to put the chrome on. It's raining today, it's chilly, cold, but we might wait and do the trim tomorrow. But we're just tinkering again today. Scraped all the windows. We had an overspray on them. Scraped them all off. They're looking good and clear now. So, what else did I do?
The booster.
We did get the booster fixed. Brakes are working good. I got vacuum again, thankfully. They were staying locked up, so they're not. And I have vacuum again, which the other booster was not, also wasn't vacuuming. I thought it was because of the cam I used. I wasn't gonna have vacuum. I do now, So I guess that booster's been bad for a little while. We took the bed floor back out because the bolts that hold the bed down are under it. So we took all that back out, put it back in. We had company from an old friend I haven't seen in a long time. He was here for a while talking about old days and good times. So
He drove his old Dodge over, so that was pretty cool.
yeah, he brought his old Dodge over from Sykeston and showed it all. And I should have snapped a picture of it. You talking about a little sweetie. But I'm a Dodge guy at heart, so I build Chevys because that's what makes the wife happy. And I like them, don't get me wrong. So, anyways.
Look, it's trying to follow me because I guess it recognized me. Alright, it is Tuesday evening. We put a new brake booster on Goblin. I don't even know what you call it. I touched up some paint. I'm not happy with how the inner part of the driver door turned out, so I might be wet sanding that and redoing it, because on that side there was more spray over primer, and I think my paint was starting to dry a little bit, but I'm probably gonna sand that back down after it dries, probably be tomorrow. Got anything there?
Talk a lot.
I do talk a lot.
No, we're gonna call it a day. We didn't do a lot, we just tinkered it, so.
You say that, but we did a lot.
So we got a new dealie that follows face recognition, and you can do this, and it'll stop, and I can walk away. And if I come back and do A-OK, it'll follow me again. Wait, it didn't work.
You gotta get closer, I think.
A-OK.
It's pretty cool. It is really cool. I like it. That way we're not constantly.
Can't even outrun it.
That way we're not constantly having to pick up the tripod, move around stuff. We can just turn it on and get to work. I did get microphones as well, but I don't even think I've plugged those in yet once. But I do need to start using those because I know when we're working on the Ford, y'all couldn't hear us. But
we'll get better eventually.
yeah, it's just hard when you're trying to work on stuff.
We're stubborn.
Yeah, to
Anyways.
focus.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Alright guys, it is Wednesday morning. We are going to be doing the trim on Goblin. We ordered our trim from LMC. They were having a 50% off on trim. It was a lot cheaper than usual, but we bought it. We're gonna get it on the truck. We're gonna run a tape line where the trim needs to go so we can get it level. But we'll let y'all know how it goes. We are gonna be using our new microphones today. How little? Smaller than that?
Just little chunks.
Which line? That
Don't
one?
take me down, Dingleberry. Gotta go in front of it.
Which line were we going? Top or bottom of it? Bottom of it. They bought all they had. I think there was 8 total.
Huh?
I think there was 8 rolls.
It's usually not very good after it does.
Oh, that's that. What do you want to do? See if it'll work or just do?
Let's see what happens.
You know, how you get your corners up so fast?
Like that. I don't think it's gonna reach. Grab it back. Alright, you go up against the line. You know what I'm saying? It's butted up against the line. Nope.
I feel like you're going to have to put another little piece right here.
This is ridiculous. Against the line?
Yep. Well, yep. Oh.
Only spots are touching.
Like right here, this ain't touching up here.
Get it back off a bit. Like we've done, probably got it stuck. We need another roll. 4 strips to fill in that.
Only thing I think is use them flips. And are they flat on both sides?
No, let's see, they go into the cab, into the hose. That's gonna get expensive. And we ain't getting nothing done. I mean, we got to keep going on that one, but it'd be nice to figure something better out. Apparently, that's a lot deeper than we think it is. We've got these won't take as much.
No. Well, these won't either. The beds are big, that big stretch.
That'll still take a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it will still. But
Give me another roll.
how are you? Oh, I got it. Got it. Oh. Well, if we don't like it, we can always trade it for a tomato plant.
Yeah.
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato.
Right here is really low still.
Huh?
That spot's really low. I don't think the backside's sticky.
Oh, it's sticky. That's why it's stuck.
You want to put another little piece right here? Because it don't stick above.
Yeah.
$100 right there. Just in Gorilla Tape. Go on this time. She probably ain't coming home.
Ah. Ah.
Oh, I'm glad we decided to do the chrome. That looks good with the green.
Oh, yeah.
And I was against it just because didn't know how good it would look.
Man, I wish we wouldn't have had to use so much. At least had one side done.
So now we are out of the two-sided Gorilla Tape that we were using because I forgot this chrome dips down in there pretty good because they usually use the clips on them, but it looks really good on there.
Yo, you got to figure something else out.
Yeah, I agree.
That was $75 worth of two-sided tape. Need to figure out that, where the little one goes.
Yeah.
How far down?
That looked really good on there. Do the same thing, small strip. Yes.
What?
Small strips. And then one long one.
So, get that door. Never mind. Go look, woman. It's about 1.5 inches. About where that 60 says it is.
Yeah.
1.5 inches.
Top right or bottom right.
Sure. Goes up.
I go up, I go down, I go up.
You ain't gotta get it straight. Just get this corner on where it's supposed to be because that's where I'm sticking.
Gorilla Tape. Let's hope they have some because yesterday we went to, he's smiling weirdly. We went to we went to Davis's True Value and we bought everything they had, which was 8 rolls. But it's only 60 inches long.
$11 a roll.
Yeah. We should probably look at ordering some online, a whole bunch of it.
Probably a good idea.
There's probably bigger rolls of it. Okay guys, we got the trim on the passenger bed and the passenger door. We are going to have to wait to do the rest of the trim till tomorrow probably. Had to order some more Gorilla double-sided tape that we like. We bought everywhere in town all of it. So we'll probably finish that tomorrow. We are waiting on the headers for the Ford. They're supposed to be here today. The wheel spacers said they were out for delivery, but now when I checked shipping, it still says in Arnold, Missouri. So I do have the Suburban back from the transmission shop. We went and got it. I've got to detail it. So I'm gonna start on that while we're waiting on the part for the Ford. It's really nasty up front in the front 2 seats, but the rest of it's pretty nice, so it shouldn't take me long. So I'm gonna get over on that. So it is Thursday morning, and we are going to be getting the rest of the trim put on Goblin today, hopefully. But I do have something cool to show y'all. So my brother-in-law, Tony, got me this really cool green double-stacked mini toolbox. The top opens up like this. So you got, how many trays? You got a top tray, and then you got 3 drawers. That's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. And it sits on top of another box. The camera's following you around now.
I'm prettier.
Oh, you're prettier. Anyway, then he got me this bottom box, and it's got 4 little drawers and 1 big bottom drawer. So 5 drawers total. Anyway, they're stackable. I'm excited because they're my favorite color. So I'm going to put these over here somewhere to put all my little stuff in since I got 2 other ones. I need to get me some, all them cool sideway ratchets. Like I used for the door the other day that you bought off TikTok shop. Put those in here. Pretty excited about these awesome drawers, toolboxes here. But he surprised me with them yesterday. I'm pretty excited about them because they're green. And they're cooler than Davy's small one.
And we didn't turn the camera back on, but we went ahead and put some more trim on yesterday.
We did. When we got back.
So
I love my little toolboxes.
got the headers in for the Ford also.
Yeah.
So I'll be building an exhaust for that instead of taking an exhaust shop because, like I said, it's budget build. Yeah. But anyway.
We're going to get back on the trim.
Yeah. Maybe. So we took this and filled in. We filled in the gap in the trim, so we only had to use 1 layer of double side. And before this dried, we stuck the double side tape in it. And we're supposed to wait 24 hours. That was yesterday around 2. It's not been 24 hours and it's still a little spoiled.
Is it?
So
Probably should wait.
I don't know. What do you think? The only thing I'm worried about is the tape or the sticky side not sticking to it or bonding to it.
Yeah. And we can wait and go ahead and do the headers on the Ford.
I say we should.
Wait.
Yeah. I say maybe not even till tomorrow or later this evening when it warms up a little bit. Maybe. Anywho, guess we need to get all this
All right.
off of here. I don't know where to put it. Got a mess.
Just set them on top of the clips.
I also need to tighten the headers up on that. I noticed they were leaking after the exhaust shop a little.
So yesterday after I detailed the Suburban, the driver's seat was really smushed down. So we had other seats for, I think they come out of the 1500 Chevy, that we took out because we used it and we didn't need the seat, but we kept them. The driver's seat on that Suburban was really smushed down, so Davey took 2 seats and took the bottom foam out of the good one and put in that one, so the Suburban has a good driver's seat now, because this one was just smushed down.
And the springs were broke, so I redid all the springs.
So we had to replace the spring.
But
so now it's ready and it's for sale.
yeah.
We got a couple people wanting to come look at it today, so I might be in and out on that. But hopefully we can get the forward headers on. Davey did get didn't Glenn bend you some tubes?
What?
Didn't Glenn bend you some tubes?
Yeah, just come off the header.
Yeah. That way he can go down and around and go past the cross member, because the headers are block huggers, so they just come out and go straight down. And then he got exhaust pipe bent that'll go under that cross member, so we can weld up the rest of it. These bad boys out. They are tiny right here. Block huggers, but they should do good on it. Probably make it smooth. Wire that runs down his starter is in the way. I moved it back as far as it'll let me take it without putting it in a bind.
Needs to be rolled down, straight down, and then we can run it back this way and around. We got plenty.
Yay.
Easy to take off.
So we can run from the collector under the cross member of the transmission. Davey's cutting that pipe I showed y'all that we had bent down, because he needs one for the passenger side and one for the driver's side. So that one will go on the other side.
Yeah, hurt.
I wonder what you were doing. You want me to get the welder out?
Well, we got an issue. The steering arm's right here. Dadgummit.
Less of a bend, maybe? Alright, while he's trying to get that figured out, I'm going to go grab the welder and pull it out so he can weld that up when we get it figured out. Okay, we had to run to Napa. We decided to do new plugs and new wires on the Ford. So we're going to get those changed over real quick and then see how it runs, because it still had somewhat of a little mess to it, which it needed plugs and wires. So we're going to put those in, and then when we're done with this, it should be enough time to put the rest of the trim on Goblin.
So I wasn't able to get the exhaust on because the steering arm comes down right where the header drops. So I guess I am going to have to take it to the exhaust shop. Gonna have him bend me out a piece to go around that in the cross member, and then that's it. So maybe it won't cost that much, but whenever I get an appointment. Probably let it warm up outside.
So we got another order in from LMC. It's got the antenna for Goblin. We got side badges, new side badges for Goblin also. That is probably our rubber or a windshield or back glass. And what is in this one? No, new gas cap. And we got the rubber for the gas cap spot on the, I think that's all we got in this order. We are still waiting on our back glass to come in from LMC. So hopefully that comes in tomorrow or Saturday, and then Monday or Tuesday we can get glass put in Goblin. It's Thursday evening. Davey has tightened up header bolts on Goblin. We did get the badges put on right here. New and shiny. We got those put on. We did not get the trim, the rest of the trim put on, because the double-sided tape, the stuff we put under it so we wouldn't have to use so much, is not dry yet. So because it got so cold last night, I just went ahead and just took them in here about, 3 hours ago? Took them in the house so that way they're in a warmer environment. Maybe will dry overnight. Then we'll be putting the trim on hopefully tomorrow. I really wanted to get it on today, but we didn't. But we did get, the other day, we did get the little bit on the door and the bed. So we mainly worked on the Ford today. We got the headers on. We do Well, we got the headers and we did plugs and wires also today. But we are gonna have to take it to the exhaust shop after all. But it does sound better. It's running better because we got it in time.
So I hooked my alternator up, one wired it. It's got 3 wires coming off the back. I one wired it, and apparently my 12-volt source is keeping power going to the fuse box, I'm assuming. So I'm gonna figure that out tomorrow. That's why I had to pull the wire off the distributor. But we've had a lot of company today, so we ain't got a whole lot done. But
I did sell the Suburban.
did sell the Suburban already. She cleaned up yesterday. Yeah. But we're gonna call it a day. Go grocery shopping because we are out of food, and we only eat 1 meal a day. I do occasionally snack throughout the day, like maybe a pack of crackers or something. But we only eat 1 meal a day, so we only go grocery shopping like every other week. But we are literally out of everything. Like, we got water.
It's intermediate fasting. All right, guys, it is Friday morning, and we are going to put the rest of the trim on today until we run out of tape, because the thing we tried didn't work, and we spent, an hour and a half last night, about 10 o'clock, cleaning that stuff off the back of the trim because it just wouldn't dry. We were told it would dry and harden. It did not. It never dried. It never hardened up. It was always squishy when you touched it. So when we pulled the tape off, we thought it'd be hard under that. No, it was not. When I say squishy, like you could touch it and it would just string out with your finger. So we're just going to use tape like we did on the passenger bed and the door.
Yeah.
So we're going to get doing that. We're not going to bore y'all with watching us do that. So I'll let y'all see it whenever we get it all done. All right, guys, we got all the trim on, and boy, am I glad we decided to do the trim now. It is pretty. It definitely changed the look of the truck. Definitely with the custom side panels there. That really goes together. We got the chrome on the tail lights. I'm telling you, bro, it looked good. Yes, it is dirty. I'm digging it though. Really, really, really liking that chrome. And it was half price because it was on sale through LMC, 50% off. We ended up getting the badges, which I think those are 65 badges. So yes, we used the 66 cab, but I like those badges better. Now I'm kind of wanting to do a chrome grill and chrome bumper, but since we got to build the back bumper, it's going to be black anyway, so I might not change that. Maybe later on if I decide. But the glass guy did call me back yesterday, and he looked up today, but he said we might be able to do it tomorrow. So I might be dropping the truck off tonight to him so he can put front and back glass in tomorrow. Really appreciate him saying he would do it on a Saturday. I know he lives about 45 minutes from his shop, so, but yeah.
So I'm going to install a radio. We bought a retro sound. We do not have speakers yet. I am not happy with, they said it would fit this truck. Obviously, there's a huge gap left over here. So I'm not happy about that, but it does fit. I'm just gonna have a gap between both sides. Anyways, I'm gonna put it together and stick it in. We'll just leave the wires hanging till I get the radio and everything, or the speakers that I'm gonna buy for it. Okay, I got it in place. Not happy with it. It didn't come with knobs either. We had to steal them off a different radio we had. So as far as retro sound goes, I'll never buy another one. There's one on eBay that comes with everything. It's cheaper. Probably won't sound as good. I mean, I've already got 3 of them in different trucks. They sound good enough. You just need an amp hooked with them. I've heard with a retro, you don't need an amp to put out good sound, but I mean, in my opinion, they're crap. They didn't even fill in the gap right. They didn't send a faceplate. They didn't send knobs with it. Don't like it. Won't buy another one. Just my opinion. But save money and buy the one off eBay. I can't remember the name of it, but it sounds amazing. I've got a small amp hooked to my speakers, and it fits way better and old Rusty.
Alright guys, Davey went to go get Goblin out of the shop. We're going to get it loaded over onto the trailer again because it still needs the tune fixed on it. But he is ready for it at the glass shop. We'll leave it overnight tonight and he'll do it tomorrow. So we're going to get it took down to the glass shop and leave it overnight. Tomorrow we should have front and back glass in it. I want to see what the chrome looks like in the sunlight. Heck yeah. Man, that chrome with that green in the sun. Woo! Dang. So glad we decided to do the chrome. All right, we are here picking up Goblin. It's Saturday morning. We had a car club meeting we went to today. We got that done, and now we're picking up Goblin. We're gonna get it home. Elvis is gonna come over from ET Performance and tune it again since we got the exhaust done. And then we should be running it down the road to see how it does.
All right, Saturday evening, we did just a bunch of visiting today. We did have ET Performance come out, put the tune back on this, better tune. It's running really good. I'm still having a brake issue, so got to figure that out. We thought it was booster, changed it, worked for a little bit. Doesn't work again. They're locking up again. Now I'm starting to think I built the rod too long that goes to the pedal to the booster. I built it too long. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. Can't drive it because of that. But we're gonna call it a day and go celebrate my dad's birthday. So y'all have a good one.
All right, guys. It's Sunday after church. We are going to address the brakes on Goblin. Hopefully we can get those fixed so we can test drive it today. But we're also gonna go ahead and do spark plugs in Goblin and Rusty. We're gonna get that done. So hopefully in the next little bit, we're driving it down the road. Davey's putting new spark plugs in right now. I got the visors on, the rear view mirror in and on. I am going to be ordering a different set of mirrors. We ordered 2, but I didn't like either of them. So I'm going to be ordering the smaller mirrors that are for Camaro because I like them. The 4-inch, they are huge. I didn't realize they were gonna be that big when they come in, but those are really big to go up there where I want them to go. So we are going to be ordering one for Camaro, which I think are only like 2 or 2.5 inches. So they'll look better, but we shorten the brake pedal rod, hoping that fixes our brake problem. And hopefully we're driving it here shortly. running good?
Brakes are still stupid.
Has to do with that rod, doesn't it?
Oh, they're staying down. I have to lift them up with my foot.
Test run 2, we think we fixed the brakes. The lights were on. The pedal was keeping the lights engaged. Okay, we didn't have time yesterday, but we did get the wheel adapters in to go with the bolt pattern that Davey wanted in wheels. We got one on. We're working on the other ones here in a minute, so we'll show y'all the finished product when we're done. All right, guys, we got the wheels and tires over on the Ford. Davey's gonna pull it out. Oh yeah. Them wheels really make it stand out. Changed the look of the truck so much.
All right, we got the wheels on. Made the truck look lower. It looks meaner. It's actually a pretty cool looking truck. We're still exhaust appointments Tuesday at 1 o'clock. So it's still open headers at the moment. He's gonna make me a little S deal around the steering, and then we're gonna put exhaust on it. But anyways, brakes, I still need to adjust the brakes a little bit. But other than that, this thing looks pretty cool now.
I think it lowered it probably, looks like 4 or 5 inches.
Oh yeah. I mean, we already lowered it when my son-in-law had it as much as we could for free. Cut a coil, and then we did the shackle deal where you cut it and drop it down. Anyway, or raise it up, I don't remember. But we did that, and but them big old tires was just making it look still tall. But yeah, this definitely set it off. Oh, we gotta get back glass still. Hoping to get that done the same day we get the exhaust done. Anyways, we blowed a wheel cylinder, or not a wheel cylinder, axle seal, I think, on Green Mile the other day, pulling Goblin home. I'm gonna pull it in there and see what we need. That way we can go nap in the morning.
I didn't record that.
Huh?
I didn't even record that. Well,
Goodness grief.
I think that bearing is good.
Figured out our problem. That's why you probably shouldn't run super single. But we're gonna continue to run them.
Gosh.
Yeah, holy crap. Shoot that thing to pieces. Holy smokes, bro. What did you do? Well, yo, this is what it looks like.
So we need the bearing too now.
The seal's not that old, but
I want to say we didn't put the bearing in, did we?
no.
We just did the seal, yeah.
Wow. That thing just fell apart. You know how hard that's probably gonna be to get off there?
Mm-hmm.
Leash.
Alright, it's Sunday evening. It's about 6:30 this evening. Goblin, we ended up changing the master cylinder on it, and the brakes seem to be working good now. Let's hope they stay that way. I put the rearview mirror in, both sun visors in. Davey did take it for a little test drive, but it's still not running quite right with the tune. We're thinking the mass airflow needs to be farther away still. So we're gonna address that tomorrow because we're gonna have to go get some pipe. We don't have the 4-inch, we only have 3-inch. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. We got the rims over on the Ford today, which made it look so much better. And then we had started to address Green Miles rear wheel seal and bearing.
Axle seal.
Axle seal and bearing, because the bearing just fell out completely. So we're addressing that, but we can't get the part till tomorrow when Napa's open, so we'll do that first thing in the morning. But that's gonna be it for this video, and please like and subscribe.